Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pokemon fans of the world, and friends and family of our community, welcome. Now, despite the fact that I just drank pre-workout, which normally gets me all supercharged and I go completely into Mega Crasher mode, the thing is that this video right here ain't about that. It's not about Mega Crash because I come at you guys completely out of character. And see, the thing of it is that I don't even need pre-workout to be supercharged, period. Because one of the main reasons why I'm always all supercharged regardless of whether I'm in character or out of character is because of all of you guys. Because of all of you amazing people here on YouTube that have supported me, have given me a chance to be a part of your YouTube experience. And I just gotta say that with all that you guys have done for me, not just as a YouTube creator, but also personally, I got nothing but the utmost thanks and I'm indebted to you guys. But, you see, the thing of it is that lately there's been problems here on YouTube, and I think that kind of goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps the biggest problem nowadays is that there are advertiser companies pulling away from YouTube, which is hurting the living of actual YouTubers that depend on YouTube as their source of income. Now, luckily for yours truly, I don't need to have YouTube income in order for me to have an income, period. That's where my real life 48 hours a week full-time job comes into play as healthcare security. But see, the thing of it is that even if I was making money or even if I wasn't making money, period, that's not why I'm on here. The reason why I'm on here is not because of the money. It's not because of the fame. It's not about how much of this or how much of that I can get. The thing is that there are two reasons why I'm on here. That's to inspire and to entertain. That is it. That is something that I have been passionate about since as far back as I can remember when I was a little kid. You know, when I was a little kid, I was imitating a whole bunch of Nintendo characters, trying to make people around me laugh and smile. And when that happened, I smiled right back because I knew that I had just made their day potentially. And now I get to turn that into a passion. Now I can turn that into something to showcase for all of you here on YouTube. Because back when I was growing up, there wasn't such a thing as YouTube. There was such a thing as television entertainment, where we would rely on watching the television to get our daily fix of entertainment. But nowadays, because of how well the internet has evolved, the thing is that now people watch YouTube or watch videos online, whether it be from YouTube or any other video sharing site. That's how they get their daily fixes of entertainment. And I am so proud of how well YouTube has grown since its inception all the way back over 10 years ago. In fact, I think it was back in 2004 that YouTube was first created. I could have that completely wrong, and if I do, my apologies. But see, the thing is that, you know, over the last, well, over a year, I should say, like almost 2 years, you know, more specifically back in 2016 up until now, you know, there's been a lot of crap that's been going on YouTube. You know, not just advertising companies pulling away from YouTube because of non-advertiser friendly content, but also because of the fact that there's just this hostility these days. There's been a lot of hostility. There's been a lot of just malice and a lot of the mentality of, you know, I'm coming for your throat. You know, I want you to be taken down kind of thing, right? And, you know, that right there just kind of translates into bullying, which is something that goes against YouTube's terms of service. But yet, why is this still happening? I mean, this is YouTube, right? I mean, this right here is where YouTube needs to step in, and they need to do something about this. But see, the thing is that they only seem to care more about what the larger YouTubers think, at least from my experience anyways, and I could have that completely twisted. So if I do, then my apologies. But it seems like that whenever there's a larger YouTuber that makes a complaint, their complaint is more likely to be addressed. Whereas the smaller YouTubers, when a smaller YouTuber makes a complaint, the chances of their complaint being addressed and addressed successfully is slim to none. And I think that is highly unfair for YouTubers of the smaller kind, okay? Like, I always thought of the fact that YouTube provided equal footing for all of us, you know? To be able to provide equal footing and for all of us to have a really solid start into our YouTube careers and go in the direction that we want to go. But it seems like that's not the case now, is it? It seems like because of not only all these things that are happening with YouTube advertising companies pulling away, but also given the fact that YouTube algorithms and the YouTube glitches are seriously hurting smaller channels. And that right there is honestly heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking because, you know, I'm seeing quite the number of YouTubers actually quitting, actually leaving YouTube, you know. My friend Megalugia, for instance, you know, he made a video saying about how he was leaving YouTube because of the, I believe it was the lack of passion that he had. And, you know, I really felt for the guy. But the thing is that there are other YouTubers that are leaving because of the issues that YouTube is having, you know, not just with the YouTube glitches, but also with the advertising companies pulling out, hurting their ad revenue. And I'm just thinking, you know, whatever happened to the way YouTube used to be back in like 2015? YouTube didn't seem to have any problems. You know, I first started my YouTube channel back as Mega Masher back in 2015, and, you know, I was getting some really good traction, you know. And then, you know, even when I had to make a restart as Mega Crasher, we ended up getting a really solid restart, a really solid boost. And it seemed like that there was no problems, you know. Our content was getting views. People weren't having issues with videos not popping up in the sub boxes or notifications or whatever. But now it seems like nowadays, because of how little views not just my content gets, but a lot of other people's contents get, it kind of makes us think. It kind of makes us feel a bit discouraged now, doesn't it? Because the thing is that for my purpose anyways, the reason I make content is to inspire and entertain. And the thing is that with the lack of views that my content is getting, it kind of makes me think of one of three things. Is that either they didn't get notified, my videos didn't pop up in their sub boxes, so they don't even know, or they actually got unsubbed by the YouTube glitch, because there is proof. There's been proof for months about the YouTube unsub glitch taking place. And it really kind of breaks my heart because I can't have my creations reach out to those who have given me their love and their support, and for me to give some back in the form of content, inspiration and entertainment, for them to not receive it, it really breaks my heart. So with that being said, you know, YouTube, I made a TwitLonger post about this. You know, I really just went so ham into details. You know, I wrote over, I wrote a lot of details, okay? I wrote over 6,000 characters, and it took a while because I was really airing out my thoughts. And I have it pinned to my Twitter page, so hopefully one of these days, YouTube, you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see just how bad that this is really hurting us YouTubers, you know? We want to bust our ass, okay? We want to bust our ass and keep fighting for our community, and we want you to do the same, you know? Like, you're the ones that give us content creators a platform to do what we want to do on. But the thing is that if you guys aren't there to enforce and help us whenever problems arise, then what is the point of us still being here if all these bad things keep happening and people are either getting away with making videos that encourage the likes of bullying, bigotry, what have you, and they're having ads on their videos and they are getting away scot-free, whereas other people who aren't about bigotry, who aren't about bullying, who are making content specifically to entertain and inspire, we feel like we're left in the dark because it seems to me that we're the kind of content creators that get shut out, that get the short end of the stick. So I propose that we start a hashtag, at least as far as the community goes, hashtag Rise Together, okay? And the thing is that this hashtag, you know, it's not supposed to be about, oh, like, let's be buddy-buddy with everybody. See, Rise Together, okay? It should go without saying what that means. Rise together. Rise together as content creators. Rise together as a community. Rise together and help each other grow. You know, don't be after each other's blood, man. I mean, that's not what brought me here on YouTube in the first place. Like, I want for us to prosper together. Even if we might not like each other, even if we might not like the kind of content that we do. Like, say, for example, you know, person A does Pokemon, and then person B does something like politics. Now, I might not be into politics, but the thing is that if that person is not violating any of the terms of service, if they're not being bullies, well, then you know what? I will support that person because they're just trying to do what they can to get by and to give their audience and their community the kind of entertainment that they subscribe for. And me, I'm just doing the same thing. I don't care about the money. I don't care about any of that, okay? Like, I could do this until the day I die and get next to nothing financially out of it. I don't care. The only sort of payment that I hope to get back that keeps me going day in and day out is the smiles and the admiration and the respect that I get from all of you viewers that turn into community members, at least as far as the Mega Crasher community goes, or it could be any community for that matter. If I put a smile on your face and I make your day, then that is more than payment enough for me. So what do you say, guys? We need to put aside all the hatred, all the beef, all the bigotry. We need to put all that shit aside. We need to throw it in the trash and put it in the goddamn incinerator and never for it to be seen or spoken or heard of again. And we need to be a community that's meant to be. A community that's meant to support each other rather than tearing each other down. And that's all. That's all I want to say, you know? Like, I know that my rant and all that stuff was a little bit out of place. I just thought about this. And when I speak off the cuff, when I speak unscripted, that's what tends to happen. So if I was a little bit off the place or a little bit repetitive, I apologize. But I've had enough, okay? Like, my purpose, like I said, is to inspire and entertain. I've had that dream since as far back as I can remember. And that's it. Is it so wrong to have a dream just to inspire and entertain? I didn't think so. So, what say you? What say you, YouTube?